Good evening and welcome to Derby Date Night Tournament Edition. We are live at the Delaware County Fairgrounds in Muncie, Indiana, where we are getting ready for the final game of the Smalltown Smackdown Tournament of Champions game to decide who is the cream of the crop. We are getting ready for this last game between our 1 and 2 teams, Team Philippines and Rolla Rockets from Missouri. I know some of you have been here all tournament and some of you are just joining for the first time, so I want to tell you a little bit about us here at Derby Date Night. I am Aria Kidding Me, and I am your play-by-play announcer with all the action and a peppering of off-topic commentary and silly jokes. Behind the cameras is seriously my forever date night and the brains behind this operation. He is not only our technical producer-director, he also has to keep me focused while pressing all the buttons to make everything work. And we are excited to have one of our favorite third wheels here, who has been doing the stats for us all weekend, Eric from IJRD in Circle City.
Hi.
Hi. You ready for one more game?
Yep.
All right,
I'm
here
excited.
we go. I am too. It's going to be a great
Championship
game.
games are always good.
Absolutely. For those of you who don't know what we do here at Derby Date Night, we bring you both good roller derby and bad jokes. Every stream we have a theme for our jokes, and this weekend is no different. The theme for this weekend has been on the farm. We figured since we're in Indiana and we're among the cornfields, why not honor Indiana's roots by making jokes about farming? We're running out of jokes, though, so I think we're down to like 10 horrible jokes, which will be told sporadically throughout the game to keep you either entertained or rolling your eyes. I don't know, one of those two. If you are just finding us for the first time, welcome. We love to interact with our community, affectionately known as our third wheels, and would love to have you along for the ride. Sirius and I love our Derby Date Nights and want to keep bringing you all the best Derby action. If you want to help take us to the next level, there are so many ways you can support us. Please like and subscribe as it helps us grow our channel. You can also find us at Derby Date Night on Facebook, Instagram, and our website. If you want to be an even bigger part of the Derby Date Night crew, go ahead and scan that QR code that you see on the screen right now to join our YouTube membership program. Becoming a member not only helps create even more awesome content, it also unlocks exclusive perks just for you. As a member, you get access to things like bonus content, shout-outs in our videos happening right now on the screen, members-only badges, and even sneak peeks at upcoming episodes. Plus, your support helps us travel to more Derby events, improve our videos, and keep the Derby love rolling strong. So if you want to be a bigger part of Derby Date Night, hit that join button and check out all the awesome perks waiting for you. Every membership makes a huge difference, and we appreciate you all so much. Let's grow this Derby-loving community together. And we have a skater who is just about to start playing, who just joined our third wheels while we were waiting for this game. So I guess game prep includes joining Derby Date Night, except for I didn't warn Sirius to put this up on the screen, and so now he's panicking and he wasn't ready. We are going to welcome Ninja Filipina to the Derby Date Night team. Everybody who is a third wheel, and even if you're not, go ahead and give a big welcome in the chat to Ninja Filipina, who is now on our third wheel practice squad. We are live a lot right now. Our season kind of runs from January to August, but I would say it's March, April, May, June, where we are live almost every single weekend. So definitely follow along with us as we take our Derby adventure journey all around the Midwest and have a fun time. All right, who you here to root for? Are you here to root for those Rolla Rockets? Put some yellow hearts in the chat. Or are you here for Team Philippines, red, blue, and yellow? 5 seconds until this championship game begins. I see Baby Damulag on the line for Team Philippines. And it looks like we have got Crashandra Burns for Rolla Rocket, who is going to become the first lead jammer of this game. Looks like it's going to be Baby Damulag as lead jammer. Crashandra Burns able to get out about quarter track behind Baby Damulag, and these two jammers are going to race to the pack, which has sped up. Baby Damulag, one of our skaters of the game from yesterday, coming into that pack and hitting those hips and calling off the jam. You just put your fingers up, you're counting something? Were you trying to figure out?
2-1.
2-1 All right, everybody got points. That's just what I had it
picked as.
So
sometimes I test myself against the officials just to see if I'm right.
Like, okay, I think it was 2-1. Look at all those hearts in the chat. Love to you all. All right. Getting ready for the next jam here. Who do we got? I see Panay Envy.
And boom.
And boom. These are not the... Oh, this is because I let you take another nap, Eric.
Yes, I did.
I let you take a nap, and now I don't have the right... You know what, though?
Here, I got you.
I'm getting the right papers for everybody, so I can hopefully pronounce everyone's name correctly and make sure that I've got all the information I need to give you the best facts about this game. Boom, jamming for Rolla Rockets and Panay Envy for Philippines. Thank you, Eric. You're the best. I'm so glad you've been here this weekend. It's been wonderful. Boom, trying to pull that pack apart, forcing Team Philippines to drop some bridges. Boom is through as lead jammer. Team Philippines coming back to provide some offensive help. Panay Envy able to get out there as Boom is in the pack on a scoring pass and gets through for 4 points and calls that jam, and Philippines take the lead. Big ol' shout out to all the different states who might be watching us right now, because Team Philippines comes from California, Colorado, Washington, Connecticut, Illinois, Ohio, Indiana, Maryland, Nevada, Texas, and Pennsylvania. That's a heck of a lot of states.
That's a lot.
That's a heck of a lot of. It's my new phrase. Heck of a lot of.
Technically, that was a lead change. Cha-ching.
Technically. Cha-ching. Lead change. All right, Trekkie Monster and I Am Godzilla. I Am Godzilla is going to be your lead jammer, and Trekkie Monster is going to be trying to make some space in the pack to get through. Oh, a huge hit from Lapugacha on the pivot of Team Philippines. I Am Godzilla in the pack. Trekkie Monster out of the pack and coming around to try and score some points. I Am Godzilla getting through to grab all 4 points, hit those hips, and call the jam. I think we're about to have another lead change. Cha-ching. Do you still think should lead changes not count until we get past either a certain number of jams or a certain number of points?
Maybe. Maybe.
Like, because there's going to be a lead change almost every jam, the first few.
Not
least.
Always, but but on average,
always,
yeah. Yeah, maybe like 5-10 jams in.
Star is asking, was there a no pass on the scoring pass, or did they just not pass all 4? In that, not this jam, but the jam before. I'm not sure.
They just did not pass all 4.
They just did not pass all 4. Oh, everybody's sending so much love in the chat to everybody. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. We've got Cuppa TNT and Karma Chameleon jamming for their respective teams. Karma was another one of Karma and Cup and TNT were both skaters of the game yesterday, I believe, and received one of our Derby Date Night Skater of the Game stickers.
So did Baby Damulog.
Yep. We got a lot of skaters of the game. Of course, well, it's a championship game. You would hope that you would have a lot of skaters of the game. We'll be voting on another skater of the game, our last skater of the game of the tournament after halftime. Eric and I will be choosing one blocker from each team and one jammer from each team to nominate to have you all vote on as the chosen by the Derby Date Night Chat skater of the game. I almost said jammer, and then I almost said blocker, and then I got it. I said skater. It's the skater of the game. CO Pow coming through. Krishandra Burns also trying to find space, but instead takes a little tumble, and CO Pow takes advantage of that and gets out and is your lead jammer. We've got one Rolla Rockets blocker headed to the box as CO Pow comes around on a scoring pass. Little collision there. I think a low block,
yeah.
A low block being assessed on CO Pow, and this will be a power jam for Bones Appetit, who took a star pass. Yes? No? Yeah, who took a star pass. Oh, nope. It's going to be a
shenana jam.
A shenana jam. One jammer sits, the other jammer stands, and the jammer who sat will only sit for as long as the previous jammer was sitting. CO Pow out of the pack. This is a very small Team Philippines pack out there of only 2. CO Pow trying to get through, takes a hit to the outside from Krishandra Burns. Recovers and it comes into a duo of blockers and gets through for 4 points for Team Philippines. This is going to be a full 2-minute jam because our lead jammer went to the box. CO Pow through for another 4 points. Bones Appetit continue. Is this still Bones Appetit's initial? Or is Bones Appetit on a scoring pass?
I think it's their initials.
I think so too. That's why, yeah, I was. Let's see.
I could be wrong.
4 more points for CO Pow. Bones Appetit, it is their initial. So now Bones Appetit will be able to score points with 12 seconds left in this jam as both. Oh, wait, what happened?
Got a track cut.
A track cut. So we're going to start this next jam with a power jam for Philippines and whoever they choose to be that jammer. Luckily, the rest of the box is clear, so 4 blockers will be able to go out for each team. Aqua Tofino says Miss Tiza for skater of the name.
Official
Demi?
review.
Oh, thank you, Ninja. Pronunciation is show pow. Did I say it right? Show, not CO. Show. Show pow.
Just like you have it written
I have it
right
written
there.
down that way. Come on, Aria. Do better. Show pow. Got it. But the pow part is correct, right? Because I like to say pow. Pow, pow. What, serious? Oh, somebody said pow, pow. Bones Appetit for skater of the game. Okay, I'm going to take note of who you are suggesting for skater of the game, but I'll take an even bigger note of who you're suggesting if you want to send them a super chat. And we will also feature that super chat and whatever you say up on the screen, like we did when we thanked Ninja Filipina for joining us as a new member. Power start.
I wonder what this official review is. I don't know that I saw anything that was...
It's Rolla Rockets calling the official review.
Yeah.
All right, the dazzle of zebras going into their natural habitat of a circle to talk to each other about what just happened. While that happens, we're gonna tell our first joke of the game. These are so bad, though, Eric. They're so bad.
Why you're acting like you're blaming me.
I am. This is your fault.
Oh,
I've
okay.
run out of all the good jokes. What do cows read in the morning?
The moose
The
paper.
moose paper. Sirius got it, too. How did the farmer find the missing cow? He tracked her down.
Oh. Man.
I'm only going to do one more. How do you know which cow is the best dancer? The one with the best moves. I don't know why my farm jokes have just turned into cow jokes at this point.
Because the moo thing is everybody does that.
Moo! Love it. Purple Fury says, shout out to Sunflower, who is acting as the 8th ref and documenting the official reviews. Love it. Oh, everybody's rooting for different people in the chat. I love seeing it. Uh-oh, we got a joke coming from Jenny. How do cows whistle? Mr. Bruce Guy, are you saying our jokes are a bad harvest?
Yeah.
Cowligraphy. How do cows write? That makes more sense. Cowligraphy. I'm just making up my own bad jokes over here.
It's all good. Let's see if we can find a punch for that, though.
How do cows whistle? What would the punchline be of how do cows whistle?
Yeah.
I can't whistle. Did you know that?
No.
No, I cannot whistle. I've not been able to whistle for my whole life. See?
Well, I mean, if you did that right there, I'm sure Sirius would have been really excited about you whistling straight into a microphone at full volume.
Look, Tough Tone's here. You can find out what that official review was.
So Black was asking for the track cut to be removed from their jammer.
Casey Gilman says, what do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. That's a good one, too. Christian says, good luck, Truckee Monster, Bones Appetit, love Dimebag Cheryl, Nevada Junior Rollers, holla.
Okay.
We're also rooting for, this is utter chaos. Mr. Bruce Guy says, Ms. Tiza, MVP skater of the game, MVP of my heart. Yes, Claw, look at those helmets. I Nako, skater of the game. La Pugacha. Oh, there's so much love in the chat for so many people.
So, Rolla was trying to get the track cut removed from their jammer.
Okay.
They said their jammer was knocked out and re-entered the pack behind the person who knocked them out.
Mm-hmm.
The refs thought otherwise, so they will not retain their official review.
All right. Bones Appetit is jamming for Rolla Rockets, but it is Philippines and Baby Damulag who is going to take lead jammer status because Bones Appetit is in the box, which I should have started with, but I didn't. So Baby Damulag is blasting through that pack and grabbing 4 points for Team Philippines as Bones Appetit comes out of the pack and will be re-entering. Bones will still be on their initial pass, so no points being scored until she has passed all the skaters that are on the track and has gone all the way around. And Bones is out of the pack. Wait, why is Bones lead jammer? So I'm guessing Baby Don Mulag had a no pass, no penalty on that first
yeah,
time.
Must have.
And so Bones gets out of the pack and immediately calls the jam. The damage was done, though, and Philippines did score 4 more points.
Wait, that's weird.
Why? 7 more points.
They were both pointing at their jammers.
Wait, they were?
Yes. Both jam refs were pointing at their jammer.
Oh, that's fun. This is a
It's a tournament. It is.
This is a B team tournament. What I'm calling, and until somebody corrects me, I'm going to keep doing it. The biggest B team tournament in the Midwest, which is a great opportunity for our B team, our B level skaters to have their own tournament and learn what tournament play is like. And we call it a tournament for everyone. It's a tournament for the skaters, a tournament for the refs and the NSOs, and we are here mostly to have fun and play derby. And we might be a little bit competitive too as we challenge for the cream of the crop championship. Okay, we have got Trekkie Munster and Panay Envy. Envy is through and will be lead jammer. We got 1 pivot from Team Philippines in the box. Trekkie Munster is through. Panay through for 4 points and calling the jam before Trekkie can score any points. I did find the answer to our question yesterday about Trekkie Monster. I ran into Trekkie Monster, who said that they were so pleased to hear that I knew exactly why Trekkie Monster is Trekkie Monster, because it is a combination of not only Avenue Q, but she is also a huge Star Trek fan. So she was like, you called it on both counts. And I was like, woohoo! I love derby names. So much fun. And we managed to not sing all of Avenue Q while we were talking, so difficult for musical theater fans to do.
We'll count that as a win.
Boom, jamming for Rolla Rockets, and I Am Godzilla for Philippines. Boom, trying to go to the front of the pack. There are 2 Team Philippines blockers up at the front doing some great blocking here. Holding Boom as much as they can. Now Boom's down to 1, and a penalty called on one of those blockers, and Boom is let go and becomes lead jammer. Meanwhile, I Am Godzilla has the star off, might be looking for a pivot. Boom coming into the pack on a scoring pass. I Am Godzilla just got a penalty for a forearm and is headed to the box, so this is going to be a power jam for Boom and the Rolla Rockets. Boom is continuing to push the strength from those Team Philippines players to just hold Boom as long as they can. This is the 3rd game of this tournament. Like, they are all tired going into this game. Oh, Cup of TNT's offense on that to get Boom through, practically untouched. Cup of TNT, Boom's advisor in college, which I can't, but Boom is now Dr. Boom because Boom has graduated. And Boom with a little bit of a tumble and a nice job by, wait, I'm going to make sure I say it right. Pichai with that big ol' hit, but Boom is able to recover, and a star has been passed to Demi. Demi is now going to be the jammer for Team Philippines. And Boom calls the jam. Rolla Rockets doing some damage and denting into that lead that Philippines has got. Eric, you got my guacamole ready for these chips?
I'm telling you.
As they chip into the lead.
They're in the fryer right now.
Ooh, that sounds, I'm really hungry.
I know, me too.
This is the last, so the worst part about this tournament, no one out there cares, but for me, it is when we are done and I'm ready to go and we have to pack up all the gear. But we are sending you home immediately. You need to sleep. And you've got a long drive ahead of you, whereas we are driving 5 minutes. Karma Chameleon is going to be your lead jammer for Philippines. Trekkie Monster jamming for Rolla Rockets. Karma in the pack Big ol' hit on Bones Appetit, and now finding a tripod at the front, Karma manages to bust through it to grab 4 points for Team Philippines. Trekkie Monster, meanwhile, being pulled all the way back. Nice reverse waterfalling being done here by Team Philippines. A star has been passed to Bones Appetit. No, it hasn't been passed. That was
Nope.
sneaky. Trekkie sees a space on the inside line and takes advantage of that and gets through. Karma, meanwhile, has scored 8 points and is going to try to score a few more before calling this jam. I don't think they're going to run it. We'll see. Nope, they are not going to run it. Someone get him a plate of chicken adobo. Ooh, sounds good, sounds good.
Yeah, Team Philippines on that play did a really good job of keeping the pivot separate from the jammer once
Right?
the jammer took the cover off.
Yeah, they saw it coming, and they were definitely doing that. One of the things we talked about a lot yesterday, too, is Team Philippines, this is the first time they have all played together. They had a short practice on Friday. Only, 8 skaters were able to come because some people were still traveling. And then the first time they played as a team was yesterday. And we noticed almost immediately their tripods are some of the strongest we've seen in this tournament.
Yeah.
They seem like they've been playing together forever. Dan the man.
They really do.
Dan the man shouting out our unsung heroes, our Dazzle on skates and our Flamingos with our stats and our books, those NSOs. We are rooting for and cheering for always Team Zebra. Thanks, Dan the man. We love ya. Shorty is your lead jammer for Rolla Rockets. Chopow is getting a penalty and is headed to the penalty box. So this will be another power jam for Rolla Rockets and Shorty. Shorty taking a hit out. But a penalty is being called on somebody. A Team Philippines blocker, it looks like. Shorty got a tripod to get past. I am Godzilla. Oh, all 3 of them hit Shorty and almost hit Shorty out, but Shorty managed to stay inbounds and upright and is through as lead jammer.
Oh, she got a penalty, though.
Forearm penalty. They were, I think Shorty thought they were saying call, maybe? And they were saying forearm, you have a penalty. So the packs are switching position as Rolla Rockets move to the front. Chopow coming out of the box. Team Philippines coming in to play some offense and open up that inside line. Chopow jukes to the inside. Ferocious Dimples was ready at the front. Chopow getting pushed to the inside. Shorty's still sitting in the penalty box.
Was not a shenana jam.
It was not a shenana jam. Oh, the 30 seconds had been.
Yeah, Chopow had been released just before Shorty went over.
Well, Chopow is struggling to get through, but if Chopow can get through, cup of TNT, ooh, this is a tough one. And Shorty comes out of the box and out of the pack. That is a 4 point scored for Shorty. Hard work for Rolla holding Chopow that whole time.
Yeah.
Michael Juan has asked me if they give me a list of the teams represented. I do not have a list of all the teams represented. I just have the states they are from. I know we had some Sacramento teams, and somebody might have said Humboldt something. I don't remember the California teams, but I do have a shout out for South Sound Roller Derby from Lacey, Washington. We have got our NSO Doom Brew here, who is also a big fan of Derby Date Night, and Frickin' Adobo is skating for South Shore, and we want to give a big old shout out because Sirius and I are from Washington. We're from Tacoma, so we're going to shout out our home state and our friends at South Sound Roller Derby. Trekkie Monster and Baby Domalog jamming for their teams. Baby Domalog in the pack on a scoring pass. Huge hit on the pivot from, is that Bones Appetit, the pivot from Rolla Rockets. Trekkie Monster stuck at the back of the pack. Gets a little tiny bit of offense that's enough to open up that inside line to get Trekkie Monster out. Baby Damulog is being hit to the outside and coming back in. Here's her team saying call it, and does so, preventing Rolla from scoring any points there. And Philippines were able to get 5 points, bringing them to 52. Thank you, Aqua. Santa Cruz, Hearts Delight, Pennsylvania. Wumbo comes from Harrisburg Area Roller Derby. Thank you, chat. I love you all so much.
You're trying to read too fast. Peninsula,
Which makes more sense that that's California.
Yep.
because I was confused why Santa Cruz and Pennsylvania would be in the same sentence. So thanks, Eric. This is why you're not only here as stats guy, but ARIA correction guy.
There you go. The fact checker.
Did you just say full-time job? Serious. Krishandra Burns and Panay Envy jamming for their respective teams. Panay Envy thought that she was clear, but gets called on, I think, a back block? No. It's the cake cutting. The cake cutting penalty.
Yeah.
Why do I always forget what's illegal contact? So this is going to be another power jam for Rolla Rockets and Krishandra Burns. And through for 4 points for Rolla Rockets. Krishandra Burns coming around on another scoring pass. 4 more points for Rolla Rockets. For those of you who are joining us for the first time and do not know who we are at Derby Date Night, we do a lot of good live, well, what we hope is good live roller derby, but this is also the 12th game of the tournament, and myself and Eric have announced all 12 games, so any little blah, 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 blah that I do, I'm sorry in advance. Because we're calling today Sunday.
Yeah, for sure.
Second day of a tournament, and we are all tired, not just the skaters. Okay, let me get some more places that you all are from. This chat is popping. Y'all are amazing here. Okay, Shopow is from Patuxent Roller Derby in Maryland. Crabs. Sacramento Roller Derby. Karma is from Cali. Temecula's Winetown Rollers. Jeepney Squad's amazing work this weekend is an example of teamwork and determination for the Team Philippines World Cup charter as they head to Innisbrook in 1 month. Yes! Mm-hmm. Everybody watch that World Cup. It's going to be fabulous. Go Envy. Bones, are you going to make it to practice tomorrow? This chat has talking about the important things. You coming to practice? Hordezuela from Rocky Mountain in Colorado. I Am Godzilla, Nako, and Pshai are representing Sacramento Roller Derby Bears. Tara's so excited to cheer on the Jeepney Squad, Team Philippines, during the World Cup in a couple months. Baby Damulag is from Chicago Style. Yes, because last year I'm used to Baby Damulag being Akita, and it took me a minute to be like, okay, it's now Baby Damulag, which for those who don't know what a Damulag is, it's a water buffalo. Jenny asks, what's illegal contact? One of my refs in the chat, you want to talk about what that is? Because I got some experts in the chat that usually help with that. Claw says, closing the gap little by little. Or, Eric, you're a coach. You could answer the question.
I could.
You could if I let you.
I'm not interrupting you, though.
Go ahead.
No, we got game going on.
Now the game's happening. Cup of TNT is your lead jammer. Since Cup of TNT is English, should I say it with an English accent? Cup of TNT.
Should.
What? Sirius goes, that was not an English accent. Baby Damulag is out and will be chasing down Cup of TNT, who has made it through the pack to score 4 points. We have 11 minutes left in this first half. Cup of TNT putting 4 more points on the board for Rolla Rockets, and we got ourselves a close game. Did you get that guacamole? Because though they were chipping, and now we have got us a 8-point game. Did you see how I did that without a calculator, Eric?
I can answer Jenny's question real quick now.
Yes,
if you want
illegal
me to.
contact.
Illegal contact.
Please.
So when you are when they say no pack or out of play or whatever, or if you're down, so you're basically hitting somebody in a position you're not supposed to be in.
Got it. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Oh, a quick lead jammer going to Karma Chameleon. Gonna be followed by Boom about a quarter track behind as these two jammers are going to race to the pack. Karma coming in on the inside line with a spin and immediately hitting those hips. 0 points for Rolla Rockets, and is that 2 for Team Philippines? Jeepney Squad. Christine says, I thought Damulag was a province in the Philippines. It was Damulag who told me it was a water buffalo, but it could also be a province in the Philippines.
Could be.
It could be. 10 points separating these two teams with 10 minutes left in the first half. You know, Eric, we were hoping for a good game because this is our 12th game of roller derby this weekend. I think we're getting one.
Yep.
Yeah. Trekkie Monster and Panay Envy are jamming for their respective teams. Trekkie Monster trying to pull to the front, but does not get lead because they are getting a track cut penalty and are
illegal contact
penalty and are headed to the box. So lead jammer is going to go to Envy, who has worked very hard to get out of the pack and is now on a scoring pass on this power jam.
So that's one of those situations they had called out of play on the front, and the jammer released from the blocker, but then went back and initiated contact with them. So that's why it's the penalty on the jammer. The blocker was just kind of standing there like, I'm letting you go. And then the jammer hit them again.
The jammer made contact. Yes, the chat is agreeing. There are lots of different ways that you can get an illegal contact penalty. Panay Envy is through for 4 points for Philippines, bringing them to 58. Trekkie Monster now out of the box. Oh, did not even realize that Trekkie was blocking, but good positioning for Trekkie. But Trekkie getting pulled all the way back to the back. Both jammers stuck in this pack. Currently, Trekkie is still on the initial pass, so not scoring any points right now. Envy is going to call that jam. 58-44.
Quiet.
It's quiet. We forgot to talk again.
It happens. Nothing sells a show better than dead air, right?
Right. Sirius loves it. And I was surprised. We were quiet for so long. Usually he smacks me on the shoulder if I don't talk for at least 10 seconds. See, I smack you on the shoulder when I get excited, Eric. Sirius smacks me on the shoulder when he's trying to tell me to do something different. Damulag is the province. Damulag is the water buffalo. I probably said both of those wrong. I'm so sorry, Sarah. Great job, Team Jeepney.
Power jam. Shanda's out with the lead.
Power jam for Rolla Rockets as I Am Godzilla is going to be waiting in the penalty box. Team Philippines doing a really good job holding Krishandra during this power jam.
Yeah.
Keeping Krishandra near those lines and pulling Krishandra back. Krishandra was able to get out. I Am Godzilla is back in the game. Still, I believe I Am Godzilla is still on their initial.
Yes.
And that jam ends. Rolla Rockets, 4 points.
I don't think Rolla knew that, though.
No, I don't think they knew. It's hard. It's so hard when you're out there to realize, like, how do you remember that somebody's on their initial after they've been in the box for 30 seconds? Like, it is so hard. There's so much to keep track of. But that's why you count on your coaches to tell you what to do, because you don't know everything that's happening all at the same time.
And you're assuming that skaters ever listen to their coaches.
Baby Damulag is through with it. I love that Baby Damulag is always smiling. Always.
Yeah,
just
always.
A giant smile on their face as they come around on their first scoring pass. Shorty is out and will be chasing down Baby Damulag. Shorty coming in, trying to steal some points. Baby Damulag hitting those hips. And I think Rolla did steal a point.
2
points. Philippine, 3 points. 64-50 as we go into the last 5 minutes of the first half. This is going so fast. This tournament is going to be over soon, Eric. But first, we're going to enjoy this game.
They're complimenting you on your ability to say, or at least attempting the effort to try and say stuff right.
Thanks, Sarah. And I always appreciate when people come up to me and tell me how to pronounce things. I want to try my best to, say the name correctly. That's important. Panay Envy getting pulled to the back by Rolla Rockets. Ooh, there's a big gap in that pack. It's coming back together a little bit. Okay, Boom is out as lead jammer. Envy is coming around the outside, takes a hit to the outside from Bones. Bones is stopped from coming back by, where's my piece of paper? Oh, I flipped it over. I've lost my mind.
I can't help
Everybody's falling down. It's a banana jam. That was frickin' adobo. Frickin' adobo. What do you see? Broken skate. You mean broken skate part? Because usually a whole skate doesn't end up on the track.
Yeah, there's a Toe stop.
A toe stop. See, a toe stop or a wheel makes more sense. If you tell me there's a skate on the track, I'm concerned about where that skater's foot is. Yeah, even if it's a broken skate, usually your whole skate does not fall off your foot, serious. Don't blah, blah, blah me.
And it's almost like they're tied there.
Yeah, it is almost like that. Although, I mean, I have seen people step out of their skates before.
I have too.
Yeah, well, it does happen. I have seen that happen. Oh, thank you, Mary Grace, crying in the chat over effort for pronunciation. Let's go, Pamela. All right, Jeepney Squad has got Karma Chameleon, and Krishandra Burns has Rolla Rockets. Krishandra getting pushed on the outside to the back. Meanwhile, Karma Chameleon was almost out and got pushed as well to the outside, and Dimples is pulling Krishandra back. No, Karma back. Krishandra, meanwhile, has come to the front of the pack. Is in a tripod. The pivot for Rolla Rockets coming around to try and... No, I thought they were going to break apart the tripod, but they might be trying to pass the star. The star pass is complete to Stargazer. Stargazer now getting swallowed by that same tripod, but manages to find a space on the inside line and get through, but is not Lead Jammer. Lead Jammer is still open. Wait, why is it not open?
Yeah, she should be lead.
Shouldn't Karma be lead?
Yes.
Karma did. Oh, another ref just helped, and yes, she got called lead. Karma is going to come into the pack, and it looks like we're going to try to score a few points here. Stargazer stuck at the back of the pack. Karma is trying to pull the pack apart to the front and force some bridging. Karma's got one more blocker to get past. Nope, two more blockers as they recycle to the front. Illegal contact being called on Cup of TNT, and Karma calls the jam. We have got two blockers from Rolla sitting in the penalty box. Cup of TNT and Dimples, who block incredibly well together. We commented a lot about that last night. Ferocious Dimples are both in the box, and so this is going to be a 4-2 pack advantage for the Jeepney Squad. Yeah, Kayla, that's true. The Velcro that also goes across the laces to help keep the foot in. Liz says the shoe coming off happened in the game you worked last night. It was super weird. And lots more cheering for everyone in the chat as Baby Jumalog becomes lead jammer very quickly there off the line. Boom in the pack as jammer for Rolla Rockets is now out. Baby Jumalog grabbing those 4 points and calling it. Ferocious Dimples and Cup of TNT both standing in the penalty box now. I think I saw Dimples saying 5 seconds left in the penalty. So they will have a pack advantage, but it won't be for very long for Team Philippines. Loving all the Derby love in the chat. This community is so awesome, and I feel like the more borderless teams and just mashup teams that happen and the more Derby travel that's happening, I feel like the community is just getting bigger and bigger as skaters skate with different teams. Inako is out as your lead jammer, takes a little tumble at the apex of the turn, but is able to recover and continue on as Trekkie Monster is trying to figure out how to get back out of the... Ooh, that was a big old hit. I think there might have been a penalty, a directional on that one. There was. Trekkie Monster has one skater to get past. Inako is in the pack on a scoring pass right now. Cup of TNT and Dimples back out on the track. Rolla Rockets have 4 blockers. Cup of TNT trying to pull back Inako. Inako calling it with a huge grin and holding up the hand to say, I got those 4 points. Very hard earned.
They earned them, for sure.
Oh, for sure. Eric, we have a little bit, we have probably one more jam to watch before we decide who we are going to choose to nominate for Skater of the Game. It is going to be darn hard to choose only one blocker and one jammer from each team.
Yeah.
Because I want to choose all of them to be Skater of the Game.
Yeah.
Oh.
Both these teams are really good.
I know, and I love them all. Krishandra Burns and Panay Envy jamming in this last jam before we go to halftime. Envy is your lead jammer. Krishandra Burns up against La Pugacha. and Pashai. Envy juking to the inside, grabbing 4 points for Team Philippines. Krishandra Burns was able to get out and is also entering the pack. Envy decides to call it. And let's see what score we are going to go into halftime with. This is surely anybody's game. We are 24 points away from each other. Philippines with 80, Rolla Rockets with 56.
You did that math in your head.
I did. And
There
it's
you
the
go.
last game of 12 games of announcing, and I can still math. Woohoo! Well, we will be back with you shortly with the conclusion of the championship game of the Tournament of Champions here on Derby Date Night. to Derby Date Night Tournament Edition, where you are joining us for the second half of the championship game of the Smalltown Smackdown, the Tournament of Champions. Who is going to be our cream of the crop? We're going to find out.
I was going to say, are you
no,
asking
I'm not.
me?
You don't know. I don't know. We're going to find out in the next 30-ish minutes while we watch with all our friends. This tournament has been so much fun. Thank you so much to our hosts, Corn-Fed Roller Derby, for putting on such a great tournament. We have had so much fun. All these games have been wonderful. The sense of community has been wonderful, and I wish it could go on forever. I say this every year. I can't believe that how much fun this tournament has been. I always say there's no way this tournament can be beat, and then the next year I'm like, oh, this one was the best one.
Yeah.
And then the next year I'm like, this one was the best one. So such a great fun tournament / learnament, and so fun getting to know these skaters and getting to see them all grow over the course of these 2 days. With that being said, right before we get started with Krishandra Burns and Baby Damulag, I am going to put up the poll for Skater of the Game. Just so you all know, this poll does not close until 5 minutes before the end of the game. So you've got some time. I put their numbers in here so you can watch these 4 skaters and decide which one you would like to vote for your Skater of the Game. Both jammers struggling to get out. We have been able to get a lead jammer pretty quickly every single time, and this is the first time coming here out of the half that it's taken a while to get that lead jammer established. But Baby Damulag finally comes out a little bit after 40 seconds with lead jammer for the Jeepney squad.
They actually got lead really early, but got recycled.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yep.
I was busy with the
Yep.
poll. I think.
You're
Thank
working,
you, Eric.
doing things.
I was doing some stuff.
Yeah,
4 points.
Got lead and got just knocked out and recycled. But yeah.
I saw
Now we're
Baby
back on.
Damulag getting recycled. Now in the pack on a scoring pass, Krishandra Burns doing some defense there as a jammer, trying to slow down Baby Damulag. The star has been passed to the jammer, or to the pivot, now jammer, Shorty, who's getting a low block.
They should have, maybe.
Oh, you're just calling penalties
I'm calling
over here
penalties like I
as
do.
Uh-oh. Doesn't that happen every tournament that we have a light go out? Rogue has got it. Here comes Rogue to save the day. It's the haunted turn 2. Carl isn't here, but we've always talked about haunted turn 2 at this tournament. And look at turn 2. It is nice and dark. Why are we calling a timeout? Wait, why do I hear a motor?
That's a motorcycle.
Oh, it's a motorcycle?
Rogue's,
oh no, Rogue's turning all the lights off.
She doesn't know which switch it is. She's got to try all of them.
Well, where's Kent? Kent knows what switch to hit. Oh, he's the one on the motorcycle?
Maybe.
Go talk to them. They're trying to open that to get some light, but it's going to make the camera view a little bit more glaring.
Did me tell him put it down? Here, I get you.
You already did the creamed of the crop. Well, we call that our Aw Shucks bracket. And yes, the Aw Shucks bracket has already been completed. And let me tell you who came in 3rd through 8th place in this tournament. We had in, there we go. All right, in 8th place, Burning River. In 7th place, Hard Knocks. In 6th place, where is it? We had Corn-Fed Roller Derby, our hosts. 5th place, Glass City. 4th place was the Boomington Blockheads. 3rd place was Root River, and we are about to find out whether or not Team Philippines, Jeepney Squad, or the Rolla Rockets become the cream of the crop. Woohoo! Hertz Donut, you get my humor. What a fun turn of events on turn 2 with the haunted turn. Thank you, Rogue, for trying. You made it darker for a minute. Why does Rogue have a chair now? You're going to go help with that too, Eric? Thanks. Eric is a man of many talents, so he's going to also help us get some light on turn 2. He's going to shine some light on the situation. Oh. This timeout is brought to you by Derby Date Night, Caffeine, Sore Feet, and Full Hearts. And roller derby. Yeah, that's the thing. That roller derby thing. Oh, they found the light. We see the light. Yay. You know, half is something. We're getting some light so we can show you all the amazing things these skaters are doing. If you are enjoying Derby Date Night, do not fret. I know this tournament is ending, but not only are we going to play Ring Around the Rosie, we are also going to tell you about what is coming up for Derby Date Night. Next Saturday night, we will be in Kentucky watching Rock play Lansing Roller Derby from Michigan. The weekend after that, we will be streaming the JRDA Regional Open Playoffs, where 6 teams will be battling to be the team from that playoff to go to the national championships. And the weekend after that, we will be at Bloomington, which we've watched the Bloomington Blockheads today, so if you want to see them again, plus probably some other skaters from this event, because it is a Skate the Rainbow Pride event, and we will be, and that's going to be on a Sunday all day. We will be having 2 junior games followed by 2 adult games, 1 A level, 1 B level, and it's a mixer scrimmage, so skaters from all over wherever are going to be however far they want to come from. I mean, it's probably going to be mostly Midwest, but if you want to come from like super far away, you could. There's nothing benefiting you. Stopping you? Ooh, words are hard. 12 games of announcing. Hey, we've got 28 minutes left in this game. I think I'm going to make it all the way through this tournament without losing my voice. It's Saturday here at Derby Date Night. Pedro Smashgal says, just tuning into the stream, and Danger Beauty recognized Coach Eric's voice immediately and said hi. Aqua says, woo, let's go wifey, 897 Ms. Tiza.
What's up, Danger?
Purple can see me talking with my hands, so even though I'm not on camera,
yeah.
Purple needs to let the chat know that I am talking with my hands. I always do. All right, back to the Derby, which is why you're here. Panay Envy, nominated for Skater of the Game and currently winning the vote, is your lead jammer for Jeepney Squad. Boom is coming around on a scoring pass as well, but Envy is going to call that jam. I think Boom might have managed to steal a point or 2. Looks like 2 points.
Kind of liking the slightly darker, moody corner over here.
The haunted turn 2. Why did we start calling it haunted? That was during the first Smalltown Smackdown. Because it goes down every Smackdown. Well, we made it to the end of the day, of the second day, before turn 2 became haunted again.
Yeah, it's on some weird old circuit breaker, and it just, every time you try to turn it back on, it just goes right back off.
Yep. So. All right, Rolla Rockets 58, Philippines 89, Karma jamming for Philippines, and Trekkie Monster for Rolla. I did run into Karma, who told me that Karma appreciates that when she becomes lead jammer, I sing Karma, 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 Chameleon. Because she said that is exactly what she is named after. Trekkie Monster also able to get out of the track. Following behind, Karma is calling the jam, preventing Trekkie from getting any points, but grabbing a few for Team Philippines.
Karma should call her fan club the Filipino Culture Club.
So the fun fact I have shared with every single game, because I'm a shorty. I'm 5'1 3/4.
I know, I love this.
But did you know that Team Philippines, the members that are here today, when you calculate their height all together, their average calculated height is 5'3".
Yep.
Love it. And they are killing it at this tournament. I love being a short roller derby player because there's a lot of advantage to being short on the track, and they're definitely using it to their advantage with this team that has an average of height of 5'3". Boom. No, Cuppa TNT is lead jammer. Inako in the pack trying to find some space, taking a big old hit there from Ferocious Dimples. But Inako is able to get out while Cuppa TNT is jamming. I do want to let you all know that TNT wanted to say hello to Lonergan, Wilkerson, and Watts from TNT, who then, as an afterthought, said, oh, yeah, from Star, too, because they're her family, but really, it's Cup of TNT that loves you. Hope you enjoyed that shout-out. And Star, call Cup of TNT and say, hey, later.
Christine, we don't have all the data. All we have is the average.
Christine, it's game 12 of a tournament. I
They
have
just
a
handed us
calculator.
that. I mean, but they handed us that. We don't know because we would need
Standard
everybody's
deviation.
heights.
We will line everyone up.
Yeah.
The ghosts of Bounce Pass that mess with the lights.
Yeah.
Tony loves my singing serious, so you can stop rolling your eyes when I sing. Baby Damulag is your lead jammer. Krishandra Burns following close behind. Turn 2, taking out a couple skaters there, but everybody is okay. 4 points for Philippines Roller Derby, bringing them to 96. Rolla at 60. This is not an insurmountable lead.
No.
We might be coming up to another close game. We've had so many close games. Those of you tuning in just to see these teams, if you want to, and you want to see some good close games, we have had a number of them this weekend. So I would suggest coming in on the rewatch and seeing some of those games because they were fun and they were good, and we even had one go into overtime. Game 1. Yep, game 1 went into overtime. That was a way to start off the tournament. Panay Envy is jamming for the Philippines. Boom for Rolla Rockets. Panay is out and will be lead jammer. Boom getting pulled to the back. Boom is through, but it is Envy who is going to be coming into the track on a scoring pass. Envy finds the space at the front to grab 4 points and call it, keeping Boom scoreless, and that is how you get to 100 points for Team Philippines.
I like nice even numbers. You know, who needs
60,
a calculator
100.
now?
It's not a taco cat, our new name for a palindrome,
Yeah.
but it's pretty. Nice even numbers makes it easy for me to say a 40-point difference between the two teams without using my calculator. We have got Trekkie Monster and Karma Chameleon out on the track. Trekkie Monster is out as lead jammer for Rolla Rockets. This is the first lead jam for Rolla in a while, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's Trekkie's first lead.
And Trekkie is just about a quarter track ahead of Karma Chameleon. The pack is going the pack is kind of moving. Karma coming in, hitting the pivot from Jeepney Squad and hitting those hips to call the jam. 3 points for Rolla Rockets in that jam.
How's our poll looking right now?
Our poll is looking good. We've got a lot of people voting. We've got how many minutes left? We've still got 17 minutes left to vote, and everybody's getting some votes here. Panay Envy is in the lead, followed by I Nako and Boom, and Ferocious Dimples also. I love that everybody gets votes in these polls. You know, everybody, because they're all good. If I had put up every single skater's name, everybody would be getting votes because these skaters are freaking amazing. Shorty is your lead jammer for Rolla Rockets. Shorty coming in and finding a 5-0-5-0. Who's 5-0-5-0? That's Demi. Demi's been killing it too. Love watching them play. Shorty trying to weave back and forth, taking a hit to the outside. See, I did it again. I complimented Demi, and Demi got a penalty. I am going to I can't stop complimenting people. We've got to get rid of this curse. Shorty getting through for 4 points, untouched there, as we've got 2 blockers from Philippines in the box.
I just got to get you to stop believing in curses. It's just a coincidence.
It's just a coincidence. I know. You're not superstitious? You're just stitious? A little stitious?
Oh, no. I mean, I was a goalie for soccer, so yes. I once wore a pair of socks for an entire season and never washed them.
King Chaos saying, Mom, stay out of the penalty box. Shorty getting pulled to the back, 16 points. Is this the biggest jam so far in this game? Maybe. We haven't had any like long-running jams.
No, we've had
like
a 16 early.
Early, not in the second half. Rolla Rockets making up some space here. Get that guacamole ready, Eric,
I know.
because they're chipping into that lead. And a timeout, official timeout, is being called, but Rolla Rockets has brought themselves within 20 points of Philippines with that jam.
A little track repair.
Calling for track repair, and I still got some on the farm jokes to finish up our small town Smackdown.
Really? Do you?
I really do. These are so bad, Eric.
That's why I was asking. I was making sure you really wanted to do this.
What does the cow band play?
Oh, music.
Uh-huh. What does the farmer talk about? Mootown is what Sirius wants it to be. What does the farmer talk about while milking a cow?
Utter nonsense.
Yup. You're getting, okay, we've clearly been doing this for too long when you are getting all the punchlines.
I promise you I'm not looking.
What do you call a cow jumping on a trampoline?
Milkshake.
Yes! Oh, it's fun. You really aren't looking at these.
I'm not. Here, I'll look over this way. Look at the crowd.
Where do cows get all their medicine? The pharmacy. Yep, Sirius got that one. The pharmacy. The pharmacist. Kayla throwing her hat in the ring with her own joke. What day do potatoes hate the most? Friday. Do, 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 do.
It's the problem with official timeouts. You never know how long they are.
Yeah.
It's the problem with those.
No.
Like a team timeout, it's a minute. You got a minute to fill. You're good.
Yep.
Official timeout, who knows?
Who knows? It could be a while. Let's see. Philippines has taken one timeout. Both teams still have their official review. Rolla still has 3 timeouts that they can call, and Philippines still has 2. This timeout was called by none of them because this is an official timeout. I've seen Biz going over to talk to a skater on Team Philippines. Looks like it might have been Demi. I think maybe we're being told what people. Okay, someone's coming to tell us the tea.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yep. It happens. We were just talking about too.
Do you
there
want
you go.
me to give the bad news?
No, I can do it. That's
okay,
fine.
you
I
give
don't
the
mind.
bad news.
So Demi, who you just complimented on her amazing skating ability, I missed this, so I don't know. We'll have to go back and look at it. At some point in time, was in the ref lane and made avoidable contact with 2 officials.
Yep.
So they are being expelled from this game.
We were just talking about that yesterday, that avoidable contact with refs is being looked at incredibly strictly, as it is the skater's responsibility to make sure that they are avoiding any and all contact with the refs. And if the refs do believe that that contact was avoidable, we have noticed in the past few games that it usually does lead to an expulsion. We've seen that a number of times in, this year. It's definitely a penalty that is taken pretty seriously to make sure that skaters remember to always be looking out for those refs, because the refs are not looking at the skaters. They're looking inside at the track. And so it's not the refs' jobs to avoid the skaters. It's the skaters' jobs to avoid the refs.
Correct.
But always sad to finish a tournament out that way. But also, Demi has had a great tournament. We have, as I was saying, we've enjoyed watching Demi this entire weekend. They are fantastic, and we have been so excited to watch her, and we cheer her on as she goes home to her home team to bring all of the things that she has learned back to her team. Hertz Donut is given a... Oh, they're coming up with more pharmacy. Like, where do they get their medicine?
Yeah.
They get it from the medicine cabinet.
Cabinet.
Oh, cabinet. And Aqua says, the moodicin man. And Nerdy Artist just says, sigh. The fun part is when I tell the worst jokes ever and then people start joining in, I think there are others in the chat who are like, don't encourage this. It's like a dagger in the heart to continue to make the puns, because some people are just not in the mood.
Oh, man. starting to go off the rails.
Yep. Starting to go off the rails with 20 minutes left in this tournament. You know, Christine says, I would tell you a pig joke, but it's boring. Why are we still? Oh, they're subbing in because Demi still needed to sit for that penalty.
Correct.
So captain is going to need to sit.
Nope.
No?
No, when you sub out for somebody who's being ejected, it could be anybody on
Oh,
your
really?
team. Yep.
It's only captain if
Because
they foul out.
It's only captain if it's a penalty on the bench or like that. Then
Okay.
the captain serves that penalty for sure.
See? Still learning, even though I've been around Derby forever. All right. Boom is your lead jammer for the Rolla Rockets. Inako jamming for Philippines Roller Derby. The poll will be open for 15 more minutes for Skater of the Game. Only one person is going to walk away from this game with the coveted Skater of the Game Derby Date Night sticker, as voted on by the chat. Boom coming into the pack on a scoring pass. Has 2 blockers to get past. Those blockers take a tumble, and Boom 1.0 dropped some explosives and said, boom, see ya. Having scored 8 points. Inako continuing to try and find space. Ferocious Dimples and Cup of TNT, when they jam together, when they block together, my goodness, they are so hard to get past. Ferocious Dimples was telling me earlier that they were they came from a more competitive league in California to Rolla Rockets and has brought some of the skills and drills and they have really worked together on, you know, how they're going to block together and what that's going to look like. And Rolla Rockets is a completely different team than last year. Last year they came into this tournament and they had fun. We loved them. They were great, but this is a different team. This team they're in the championship. It's amazing to see, and they're doing a great job. Boom, getting through with another 4 points. Okay, what happened with Inako in that jam? Were they just having a hard time getting out?
They got the one penalty, and then they had a really hard time getting out. And now it's a 4-point game.
What are you pointing at? Serious? Boom?
Oh, Boom. Did Boom got hurt?
Is Boom okay?
I mean, she's rolling her way to the medics.
Yeah, rolling. Oh, okay. We're gonna have a biohazard break, I think. That was freaking hard what Boom just did.
Yeah.
So you know what? If you got to puke and rally a little bit, you got to puke and rally. We do that sometimes in Derby.
Yeah.
Rogue just heard me and is losing it. That's what we do. Keep going.
I got a couple of those on both teams. I always have buckets near my bench because you never know.
You also have a skater, though, who drinks a gallon of milk.
Half a gallon.
Oh, thank God. Half a gallon of milk after every game.
No, during the game.
Ugh.
That is their drink.
That is I just couldn't imagine playing Derby and drinking milk. Ugh.
Me neither, but it's not me doing it, so I don't have to worry about it.
It's those junior skaters.
I know.
They're kooky. Okay, I'm guessing this official timeout was due to the medics managing. So we were talking with Karma, who's a medic, earlier today, who was saying that one medic always needs to be able to have their eyes on the track at all times. So if both medics are helping people, we can't play because
Derby.
we don't have a medic looking at the track. I'm not sure if that's why, but it's just a fun fact to share with you all. Nerdy says, I'm good. Let's go. I've seen that so much in Derby, honestly. There's a lot of people who just are a little bit more prone to it. And then once they're done, they're like, I'm good. I'm going. Yeah. Mary says, Springfield Roller Derby loves the Rolla Rockets. Love seeing the growth in Rolla. Make your puke bucket sparkly and carry it proudly.
Yep.
Yep.
Why not?
We're all kind of used to it around here. Trekkie Monster jamming for Rolla, and Baby Damulag coming out as lead jammer for Philippines Roller Derby. This is a 4-point game, Eric. Holy schmoly.
I know. They're keeping it close. I love it.
Right? I do too. Baby Damulag coming in with a little shake and a big smile, getting through for 4 points and calling it before Trekkie Monster can score any points. Both teams, though, doing a really good job of getting out of the pack quickly. Like that last jam with Boom, that was like the first time in a long time that they held the second jammer for a really long time. Otherwise, both of these teams are doing a really good job of once their team gets lead jammer, they go back, they help their jammer through, and that second jammer gets out.
Yep.
I think that's what's keeping it so close.
They need to work on stretching a little bit.
Stretching what? Explain stretching to those who don't know what that is.
Like there, they got their 4 points. Rolla was coming around. If you hold off on that call off a little bit, you have a blocker in the penalty box, and you get a few more seconds off of that penalty.
You can get your friend out of the box. Panay Envy jamming for Philippines. Shorty is the lead jammer for Rolla Rockets and in the pack right now on a scoring pass. What happened? I'm confused. Everyone's confused. Okay, I think Panay is getting a penalty. No, Panay is just not the jammer.
Nope, just no pass, no penalty.
No pass, no penalty. And Shorty is headed to the penalty box. So this is going to be a 2-minute jam.
Yep.
But we spent a good 30 seconds trying to figure out what the heck was going on. So, and Panay Envy is trying to find some space, takes a hit to the inside, tries to call it, remembers she's not lead jammer, so comes back in and is going to be stuck in a tripod of doom. Always a tough thing. Shorty standing in the penalty box. Oh, that was a huge hit, and I saw that head. We are going to take a quick medical time out to make sure that Envy is okay. Envy is immediately trying to get up and being told, hold on,
Nope.
we're gonna sit for a minute and just make sure you're okay, because it's important for us to take care of our skaters and make sure that everybody is good. We will be right back after this short medical timeout. And welcome back to Derby Date Night. We are going to check on Envy and make sure Envy is okay over there with the medics, making sure that everything is good. The refs are not discussing. Sometimes after a big hit like that, the refs decide to take an official review and discuss things. They don't look like they're doing that at this time. Hertz Donut says, I appreciate all the checks for safety. Seems like you have some great medics for this tournament. Absolutely. We have some wonderful medics, and we are so grateful to have them trackside.
Yeah, the hit was clean. It was definitely clean, but it just was the bounce off the floor was the hard part.
Yeah, it's always hard to see that. But that's why we wear super protective, good helmets that can protect your noggin. Karma Chameleon is lead jammer, but is getting swallowed up by Cup of TNT and Krishandra Burns. Krishandra Burns is doing a great job being both a jammer and a blocker.
Yeah.
I have said Krishandra's name for both things multiple times. Love to see it. Shorty is out for the Rolla Rockets. And Karma Chameleon is calling the jam. Not before scoring 4 points for Team Philippines.
Still close. I love this.
I know.
Keep
100 to
110.
110.
10-20. I love
10-point game.
Never
15
know.
minutes left. You have got 10 minutes left to vote for Skater of the Game. Sirius wants to write me a note. It's like we're back in high school. He's going to pass me a note.
Oh.
Are you going to fold it up in origami style and send and
Check yes or no.
check yes or I used to make that. Wait, I'm going to try to make one of those. No?
Oh, we got Derby going on.
Baby Damulog is your lead jammer for Jeepney Squad. Krishandra Burns is following close by. See, I told you, Krishandra, blocker, 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 jammer, 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 does it all. Baby Damulog, okay, Baby Damulog is the most adorable human ever, but also when Baby Damulog is coming into a pack, did you notice that little shimmy shake? Shimmy shake.
She's killing it too, because they've had 10 times they've jammed and 9 leads. 90% lead.
That's something you might want to share. Oh, I'm supposed to read your note? He handed me my note. What'd you say? Where is it?
I don't know.
I'm supposed to ask you if the ejection changed the game.
I mean, it's going to make you readjust your walls and stuff a little bit. And I think the jammers here are good enough. It's not going to affect it majorly. It will have a little bit of an effect. Obviously, since the score is getting a little closer or staying close, that changes a bit. But
sometimes it can change the mood of the game a little bit, too, when that happens.
Yeah.
I feel like Team Philippines is so focused right now that they're staying. Like, I'm feeling like that's not the case here. Like, they're staying really focused and just keeping with it. They know this is a championship game, and, you know, we're going to be okay here. But we did have an ejection of a mostly blocker and a injury to one of the skaters who is currently winning our vote for skater of the game. That was Envy, right? That took the head hit?
I don't know.
It's been a very long 12 games.
It has been.
But I know it was a jammer. Is that Karma Chameleon is jamming and is going to be your lead jammer for Team Philippines. See, they know that they're like, we're proven to you. We got this. Trekkie Monster just has to get past one more Team Philippines blocker and does so. Did you check penalties at the half? Was there a lot? Because there's a lot happening right now. No, there weren't.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't check. Cool.
It's the 12th game.
It's the 12th game. We are so on it here at Derby Date Night.
I know.
You know what? We're just going to go with there weren't very many.
There really weren't. I mean, you can tell by watching. I mean, there was a few, but they seemed to be fairly spread out. I didn't see anybody consistently.
Okay, you said Baby Damulog has gotten lead jammer 9 times out of 10.
Yep.
We only have 2 blockers from the Philippines out, one blocker from the Philippines out to block Boom. Is that Boom?
I think so.
I think it is, too.
Yeah.
So, Boom is going to have 4 blockers. Blocking Baby Damulog. Baby Damulog is going to have 1 blocker, and it looks like that blocker is going to be Babinka Bruiser. Babinka Bruiser. Gonna try to bruiser as a lonely blocker. That's like the Lonesome Kicker song.
Is Babinka in Filipino the same as it like in Russian? That's grandmother, right?
Is it? I don't know. You may have to ask the chat.
I'm asking the chat.
The chat might know.
Somebody in the chat knows.
What are you pointing at? Oh. Chaos. Coach Chaos, who we know very well here at Derby Date Night, one of our third wheel members and a member of South Bend Roller Derby. You can see Chaos has been on Derby Date Night many, many times, and Chaos and I have known each other since our very first game that we skated in together, and we've always had a connection ever since then, way back in 2014. But Chaos is young, right? She's still, even though we both started skating in 2014, you know, Chaos is probably young.
They're all young.
She got a kid in college. Sorry. Sirius goes way to outer. Lead jammer does go to Rolla Rockets, and boom.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. It worked out the way you thought it was
Mulog,
going
though, finding that space with only 1 blocker out there. Babinka Bruiser, nice job as Team Philippines blockers are coming out of the box to help people out. Baby Damulog is racing around the pack, and Boom calls it after getting 4 points for Rolla Rockets, bringing them to 104. Babinka is a dessert, Eric.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm hungry. What is the dessert?
I know. Tell me about it.
Oh,
I'm
Ninja,
intrigued.
also, I think you're in the building somewhere.
Oh, yeah, it is.
So, since you joined the Third Wheels, we do have an exclusive sticker specifically for Third Wheel members. So if you can find us after the game, we can give you your special exclusive Third Wheel member sticker before you leave. Also, for you, if you want to join, you can get a Third Wheel sticker too. Crashandra Burns is your lead jammer for Rolla Rockets. I am Godzilla out of the pack and chasing down Crashandra Burns. Serious, you're getting a shout out from Bill Myers. Camera work is awesome all weekend. Shout outs to the crew. We've got volunteers on our cameras. A lot of volunteers from not only Corn-Fed, but we've got junior skaters that have been on some of the cameras. We've got spouses and friends and all sorts of people who have just jumped in to help out to try and get you the best streaming we possibly can so you can see all the action, even if turn 2 is haunted and has gone dark.
It's the moody corner.
It's the moody corner.
Moody,
it's
moody corner.
Back to the farm jokes. 108 to 121. Boom on the line again, and Karma Chameleon. They both have jammed a lot this game.
Yep.
Karma's got a duo of blockers at the front. Now just Bones Appetit. Bones has to let Karma go, and Karma becomes lead jammer. The 3-blocker duo, that would be a trio, 3-blocker trio of Rolla Rockets blockers trying to help Boom out as Karma sails through, grabbing 4 more points for Team Philippines. Okay, Ninja, tell me who you want to send your sticker with, and I will give them a sticker to take to you. I'm glad that you're able to watch on the stream, though. Karma through for another 4 points.
Yeah, you're seeing the same jammers a lot. Both these teams are basically running a 3-jammer
They are,
rotation
yeah.
and then throwing the occasional other person in.
The crowd is screaming right now as Karma Chameleon comes around for another scoring pass of 4 points, bringing Philippines to 133. Is that Boom headed to the penalty box?
Yep, with a forearm.
Oh, no. Rolla Rockets are going to be sitting in the box, which means this is a power jam for Karma Chameleon and the Jeepney Squad. Oh, my gosh, look at that blocking. Cup of TNT and Bones are just doing it. Like, look, and now one-on-one blocking. Cup of TNT says, "You shall not pass."
Oh, they want her to call it so bad.
They do, and she was just fighting. She was fighting. She did call it, and she did freeze Boom in the penalty box. Oh, my gosh, Boom has been jamming so much. Boom literally puked and rallied like 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I don't know how many minutes ago. But
not very long.
Oh, poor Boom. Give it to Chaos. Okay, I will give it to Chaos. Somebody, I'm looking at you too. Remind me to give it to Chaos. We are in a timeout, which means we're finishing up the jokes, and one of them I know is a repeat, but Eric, you're going to pretend it's not.
No, it's a medical timeout.
Oh, it's a medical timeout.
Yep.
Darn it. Okay, we're going to take a quick break and have a medical timeout, and we'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back to Derby Date Night. Thank you for your patience during that medical timeout. As we have been saying all tournament long, we take any sort of injury or health issue very seriously here and make sure that all of our skaters are okay. This has been an incredibly taxing tournament for all skaters. This is the third game all these skaters have played, and as I was saying earlier, Rolla Rockets are a newer team too. So this might be, they're not used to playing 3 games in one weekend, and so fatigue can set in and you can get real tired and exhausted, and it's important to take care of yourself. So that skater is going to sit for a while, I hope, and rest up, and hopefully they're doing okay. Thanks for sharing where you're from. I'm so surprised. We have so much of the West Coast. Represent Washington. Woohoo! And I love Oregon and California because you all count with us. Even though I'm from Indiana, and I'm from Washington, I live in Indiana, but my heart has Washington roots. Get it? Because it's Evergreen State roots. Sirius isn't even laughing.
It's been a long weekend.
Yep. Okay. Anyway, 3 points for Philippines in that last jam, bringing them to 140. Rolla Rockets at 108. Melanin Munsta loves the faces on the slideshow. We laugh at that every single time, and the skaters who are in it also laugh at it. So, oh yes, though that slideshow is all those photos that are in that slideshow are brought to you by Cornfed's amazing photographer Matt Ruddick, who was also here for part of this weekend. So if you want to go to Matt Ruddick Photography, there's a dog on the track. There's a dog on the track. Sorry, I got distracted by Puppy. You just barely saw. Wait, Baddison's announcing and leaving with the puppy. Okay, I don't understand what's happening here. Why are we in another timeout?
No, we're still in the same timeout.
Oh, it has. Oh, nuh-uh.
Just never they clicked something and then decided that was the bad thing to do.
Oh. Did they?
Oh.
Now an official review from Rolla Rockets. Guys, I promise you, we are going to get back to Derby here. Everybody in the chat is like, okay, let's think. What can we talk about in the chat? We already talked about where you're from, and you guys are watching from all over the country, which I absolutely love. So, next thing I want to talk about is what year did you start Derby, and what position do you play? Or are you an NSO? Are you a skating official? Are you just a fan? And not just a fan. Fans are the most important thing. There is no such thing as just a fan. We love our fans. Or are you what do you do? What brought you to Derby? Why are you here? I'd love to hear all these good things. What's the dazzle? Oh, I am Godzilla working on that footwork while we wait. Skaters don't want to get cold. They've been playing this game and they don't want to stand for too long and get to, not warmed up. So trying to stay warm as they wait for the conclusion of this championship game. It depends. The skaters usually I'm supposed to ask you a question, Eric.
Oh.
Sirius told me not to answer I started answering his question. So if you were coaching and we have a long timeout like this,
yep,
when would you start telling your skaters to warm up? Or do they have to get permission from the refs to start warming up again? Like, how long is too long for being cold?
If I knew I was going to call an O review like that, I would be like, as soon as I call it, just start, moving.
Yeah.
At least a little bit.
Just telling everybody to start moving. Oh, look at the smiles. Oh, we're singing a da 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 da, and we're getting everybody going. Da da da. What? She's got her arms up in the air. Sorry, I'm joining in. Woo! All right, we've got these thighs were made for, he's going to tell Eric, not me. We've got these thighs were made for blocking. We got a skater. I know you're a skater, Melanin. New crew here. Minimum assessments next week. Congratulations, Jasmine. Root River sadly heading back to Wisconsin, watching the game. You all were so much fun. I had so much fun getting to know you all, and enjoy your travels and be safe. Kayla, Derby support staff. You are also Derby date night support staff. You brought us caffeine. You are amazing. Foggage Green, I got to a game free by volunteering and it stuck. I love that. Your frugality ended up costing you a lot of money. It sure did. Christine, I thought I wanted to play. Decided I didn't like the ouchies. Fair. NSO is my jam. Watching from Rolla. Yolanda's music. Melanin. I love those dancing things. And Bobby's cheering for Hordesuela. Trekkie Monster quickly out with lead jam for Rolla Rockets with 7.5 minutes left in the game. I have left the skater of the game poll open because we still are not down to 5 minutes. Oh, taking a huge hit from Godzilla Rex. But I think that might have been a penalty on somebody. White 9-6. I Am Godzilla is getting a penalty, so this is going to be a power jam for Trekkie Monster and Rolla Rockets. Trekkie Monster juke into the inside, but I think is getting called on a forearm. And it's going to be a
Shenana
Jam, where we do a little, as Troublemaker would say, jammer do-si-do, and they switch places.
It's just wrong.
What?
It's just wrong. Jammer
do-si-do. Shenana Jam. We for those of you who don't know us, we've been having this argument all season.
Yep, we're going to continue it all year.
All right, I Am Godzilla is trying to get around this tripod. Look at this tripod work that Rolla Rockets has got going on. Nice recycling to the front. Ferocious Dimples with the one-on-one blocking. Oh, beautiful by I Am Godzilla to stay inbounds and get through on their initial. Trekkie Monster back in the pack. Through for 4 points for Rolla Rockets.
3.
Oh, there was a no pass, no penalty. Thank you. I Am Godzilla also through for 4. I double check with you first, Eric. Trekkie sailing through it. That offense was beautiful from Rolla Rockets. 15 seconds left in this jam. I Am Godzilla sailing through on the outside, pracked unseen. Really amazing job. Trekkie Monster coming in. Oh, ooh, look at that inside line. But look at that awareness by Godzilla Rex. Did you get the track cut there? Or just slowed down Trekkie Monster? 12 points scored in that jam by Philippines and 9 by Rolla Rockets. They're hanging in there,
yep.
Those Rolla Rockets.
That previous official review was a request for a track cut on the opposing jammer, which did not make it through, so that's why Rolla lost that official review.
Nissa saying, I'm sure there are lots of us watching our Rockets here in Missouri. Hello, all of you Rolla Rockets. Fan and my daughter is a derby skater. Team Jolly Bay. That's my wifey. Rex, go Trekkie. Shout out to Rex. You're doing phenomenal. Hit them hard, Godzilla Rex and Ella. Karma Chameleon, jamming for Philippines. I didn't even have time to say who the other jammer was because that jam got called off quickly. That was Krishandra Burns coming in to force that call off. Philippines was able to grab 3 points, though. And I am going to close this poll down, and your final skater of the game for the Smalltown Smackdown is Panay Envy. We will be finding Panay after this game and making sure that Panay gets their Derby Date Night Skater of the Game sticker. So proud of them. Hooray! I'm really tired. I'm like, hooray! 4 minutes left. Baby Damulag is going to be your lead jammer for Team Philippines. Cup of TNT getting pulled to the back. A little bit of a banana jam happening there. Chopau blocking Cup of TNT really well. Baby Damulag coming around on a scoring pass. Stargazer trying to stop Baby Damulag, but Damulag is able to get through. They are booking it around this track. 8 points scored so far. Cup of TNT was trying to pass it, takes a giant hit from, was that Godzilla Rex?
Something was wrong with her
not
shoulder.
Feeling good.
I could see her holding her shoulder, and that's why she was trying to pass the star.
Something happened with her shoulder.
And then when she got hit, it just,
yeah. Unfortunately, the end of a very long tournament sometimes leads to some injuries, and looks like we're going to be taking, hopefully, a last medical timeout, hoping Cup of TNT is okay. Cup of TNT is tough at TNT. And was able to get up and get back to that bench. Rogue, stop laughing. I don't like to see my audience. Okay, Eric, you go. I'm done. I quit.
I'm just going to block your view of Rogue so she can laugh at you all she wants.
King Chaos says this is an intense game. Sirius and I were just talking about that while Cup of TNT was getting looked at. Both of these teams want this. This so bad. And again, it's the end of a tournament. Everybody is tired, but this is the championship game. They're going to play as hard as they can, and these teams have both put their hearts and souls out on the floor and have been doing some amazing roller derby. What's going on, Eric?
The jam timer was a little quick on that one.
Krishandra Burns for Rolla Rockets and I Am Godzilla for Philippines. Both teams being held by bloctopuses. What is the plural of that?
Octopi?
Both of you said the same thing at the same time. Oh, that was cute. I Am Godzilla coming out of the pack with a smile on their face. She's coming around the corner, getting ready to get that first scoring pass. The star has been passed. No, it wasn't. Krishandra Burns is still holding the star. But I saw the star pass signal. But it looks like Krishandra Burns is still the jammer.
Now it's been passed.
Everybody. Now the pass was completed to Shorty. Shorty is now the jammer for Rolla Rockets. I Am Godzilla is through for 4 more points. I love that every time I Am Godzilla gets through for 4, she puts up four fingers. Just, hey, that was all 4. I got them.
Yeah.
I got them all. Rolla Rockets 117, Philippines 173 with 2.5 minutes left in this game. I'm kind of sad. I'm always kind of sad to go off the air when we're almost done with these games. So if you want to join us for more Derby date nights, please like and subscribe. We have enjoyed having you all here so much. This has been such a fun weekend, and we're going to be doing more Derby every weekend for the month of June, and would love to have you along with us as our third wheels. Karma Chameleon is out as your lead jammer for Team Philippines. Where is the... Trekkie Monster is right behind. I was like, where's Trekkie? Trekkie is right behind. Karma calls it. Chopau looks like they were going to the box. Serious, I'm going to sneeze.
Don't sneeze.
I thought you were going to mute me, not just throw my microphone up in the air. Okay, that was over dramatic.
Because I could barely hear it.
Oh,
At
really?
least in the headphones.
Okay, good. Thess says, hi, Chopau. What are you laughing at, Sirius? Team timeout being taken by Philippines. This is our last timeout. High fives from team to team. Love seeing it. And some dancing. Always some dancing. This could be the last jam, Eric.
Oh, now you've said it. Now you've absolutely said it.
You both groaned when I said this could be the last jam. You both were like, oh, Aria, you're the worst. Melanin said, we heard it. They heard the sneeze.
I mean, I'm sure you heard it, but it just wasn't very loud. It wasn't like you sneezed directly into the mic.
Which I did the other day, a few weeks ago, when I said, I told Sirius I was going to sneeze, and I thought he hit mute, but he did not, and I sneezed just all over my microphone because I thought I was muted, so I was like, achoo! And then I thought I was so sneaky because I just kept announcing, and then the chat was like, bless you?
That's cute.
I was not muted, in fact. The last jam, potentially. Oh, Strader, Smooth Criminal says hi, and she's mad at Strader for not bringing her this weekend. At you, Strader?
Yeah, she likes running cameras. She loves doing that.
Smooth is so great on cameras. Smooth is like one of our best camera operators. And how old is Smooth? Young. 13?
Yeah, 12 or 13.
Amazing.
She'll be at the juniors tournament next week.
Yes, she will. We'll get to see Smooth in 2 weeks. Baby John Mulag was lead and quickly called it, so you're right. I'm a liar. Not the last jam. You think this one might be the last jam?
I'm not saying anything.
You won't even talk to me anymore now.
Nope. Who are you? Why am I here?
I don't know. It's been a long, more than 24 hours. We've been together for like, what, at least 36 hours? Well, I guess overnight doesn't count because we all went to bed. We've been on air for 24 total hours when you add it all together? That's pretty cool.
That's pretty crazy. It's been a blast, though.
Oh, she's 12. Okay. Well, tell Smooth hello. We have missed you, and we wish you were here. I am Godzilla getting lead jammer as that clock is running down. Shorty is through for Rolla Rockets. Team Philippines is up on their feet.
This is the part I don't understand.
What?
As a coach, if you've got that big of a lead and your jammer gets out,
Call it?
You've only got 10 seconds, make them stand on the opposite side of the track and just wait 10 seconds. Because if they go into the pack and commit a penalty,
yeah, good
it's
strategy.
just way
good
safer.
strategy.
Just end it.
Just safer to call at the end. Oh my goodness, look at the smiles on these faces. Team Philippines taking home the trophy. They are the champions of Smalltown Smackdown, the cream of the crop, the Cornament of Champions.
The smiles, the tears.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love it so much. Eric, it's been so fun having you here. Thank you so much.
It's been a blast. I appreciate it so much.
You have been so amazing. This has been the most fun weekend. Serious, even though we never hear you, your presence is noted because you make everything for Derby Date Night happen, and we appreciate you so incredibly much. And happy birthday again. Hope you enjoyed your birthday weekend.
Yep, thanks for giving it up.
We will be live again next Saturday night in Kentucky, where we will have Rock playing Lansing Roller Derby out of Michigan. Subscribe or become a member. We would love to see some more Third Wheels become members and help support us to bring you more Derby Date Nights. Love y'all.